Good evening, everyone. As you can probably tell that it is here because sometimes I record videos at night as well. And today is one of those days. We're going to do another tier list today. It's a pretty big one. It's France, who have, I believe, 30 songs that we're going to talk about today. I hope you're ready for a long one. Pop some popcorn and sit down and get ready to type angry comments about me slating your favorite Eurovision songs and me praising songs that you absolutely hate. Maybe I won't do that. We'll find out. But I'm gonna just be talking absolute rubbish about 30 Eurovision songs today, all from the country of France, from the year 1993 until the year 2022. And we're gonna categorize them into these 7 categories we see on screen right now. And just so that this video doesn't take an hour long, we're gonna get right into it with Mama Corsica, which was the entry from France in 1993. This is a fantastic entry in my opinion. I do love everything about this song. I think it sets its own atmosphere perfectly well. You know, it's a very characteristic song because you know exactly what you're gonna get from the very first opening of it. Liking the incorporation of the instrumentation in this song. The vocal performance is very, very strong. It's very constantly in focus as well, which I really, really like. Yeah, you know, just enjoyable in all aspects, really, for me, this one. Not really sure what else to say about it, to be honest. I really just think the whole setting of the song is what really sells it. Also a catchy, memorable chorus, brilliant performance of it, fantastic entry. We're gonna go on to 1994, which is just not for me. This is like night and day here. This one tries to be its own thing as well, or well, it absolutely is its own thing. Let's not hide away from that. But I just don't get it. I understand absolutely nothing about this song. It's all over the place. It's quite messy. The performance is relatively odd, and I think you need to kind of attempt to have a grasp and understanding of what they actually want to do in order to actually understand it. I haven't really set out that intention personally myself, so I just can't click with this, and I don't know what they're going for, and I don't know what it is they're trying to do. And I think I can kind of continue to live in that bubble of just obliviousness. Yeah, I admire the ambition, but I just at the same time don't understand the song and the performance and nothing about it. So I'll just leave it in not for me. And in 1995, we're going straight back up again with Fantastic. I love this song so much. It's so catchy. It's so charming. I love the constant rhythm of it. It's just constantly keeps you kind of moving. The constant movement in the song and just how it progresses and flows from segment to segment. It's really just pleasant to have on in the background at any time, or even to just watch the performance and dig along to the music. I think it really just works in every area. Super charismatic performance, very inviting, very charming, really sets its own tone musically as well. And I'm liking the instrumentation a lot. I think that's the main selling point, maybe. Like, the strings are fantastic, like a fantastic input into this song. And probably almost as strong as the rhythm, though, because the rhythm, I think, is really the standout part of the song, maybe. Yeah, it's just this constant groove of kind of just a pleasant atmosphere in the back that really just gets me going about this song. And in 1996, they're a bit up and down here, France. This is quite magical, in all honesty. Like, that's probably the word I would use to describe it. It's a very transcendental song that really has its own little world going for it. It's just a bit slow moving for me personally. I think it's solid because I do really admire the atmosphere that they've established here. However, I just don't really latch onto the song. I tend to get a bit underwhelmed as it goes along because it never really goes all the way and has that final elevation to it. It just keeps kind of going along and tries to rely too much on the atmosphere that it has created, that they kind of forget to make the song into a journey of sorts, like with the progression of dynamicism in terms of velocity and in terms of instrumentation variation. I hope you get what I mean. I still just kind of think the atmosphere is the selling point, but they kind of don't do enough with the atmosphere that they've established. I think that's what's really holding it back. But still pretty and solid. Then 1997. Oh, this is another. I think this is really great. I don't think this one is as fantastic because it really relies on kind of the suspenseful, mysterious mood and its restrained kind of approach, which I like. I really like that approach. It just doesn't really appeal to me as much as the two songs above it, and that's really all I'm holding it back on. I think the song is really well structured. It has a brilliant flow throughout. Really just enjoyable to have on at any time. Very visually appealing performance as well. You know, the stage in 1997 tended to help a lot of the songs look great, but I think this is one of the better looking ones. Just the lighting is incredibly suspenseful, which works so well along with the song. I really do think so. So that's a really great one. I really do enjoy it. In 1998, Ou à l'heure, or something like that. Yeah, we're gonna have to live with my French pronunciations today. I like it, but it's kind of uninteresting at the same time for me personally. I think the performance is quite meh. It doesn't really evoke any type of emotion into me, and the song tends to get really repetitive towards the end. I like the whole kind of electronica vibe that it has. It's a very, you know, the drum machine and this, it's very 90s in terms of really the whole sound approach that they've taken, which I quite like. I'm a big just 90s music lover. It's my favorite decade of music, so I can't really complain about it, but I do think the repetitiveness of this song really takes over towards the end, and that's kind of what's holding it back for me. I like the string inputs and just the combination of those with the drum machines, and the vocal melody is quite solid. It just gets too much of the same thing towards the end, which really sets this one back, and I don't think enough interesting things happen on stage either to really balance it up. So yeah, then we have 1999. This is a very slow-moving ballad, very focused on just vocal acrobatics, I guess. It's I guess it's impressive in a sense, like the vocal performance is strong, but no, this is just not for me. I would never choose this song in a million years to just listen to this one when I can choose so many other songs. That's just really what I'm feeling. There's nothing really that stands out about this one to me personally, and I don't get any additional appeal for this one in particular. I think it's a shame because there's something in here, but I just can't manage to grasp anything in here. So I'll have to put it down here because, well, it's verbatim absolutely not for me. Yeah. In 2000, they sent, I don't really remember this song. That's probably pretty poor of me. I should probably have listened to this one before starting recording this video. But surely that's not a very good sign if I can't remember it. I'm trying to like remember anything about it. Let's just put it here because it didn't really leave an impression on me, I guess. I certainly, when I hear it, I will know what song it is, but no. It's probably not for me anyway. And if it is, I will leave a comment saying that, oh, I'm actually gonna bump it up because now I remember what a banger this was. I don't think I will, but we'll see. Maybe it was it a pleasant song? It might actually have been. I just get that feeling that I kind of maybe liked it, but I'm not sure. We'll move on. Sorry for that one. Sorry for everyone who loves France 2000. I disappointed all of you, I guess. 2001, really great, fantastic ballad. Oh, I just said fantastic. Should I put it up in fantastic? Ooh, it's really, really, really good. I really do think so. Very, very strong vocal performance. A song that moves really well as well. But maybe doesn't really evoke enough in me to really latch onto me, because I do think that the 2002 effort is slightly stronger, and I'll put that one in fantastic instead. If you think that this is more reasonable, then you can just visualize that in your head that I've put it like that. But I think I'm gonna put it like this. I know I kind of grouped them together now, but it's very easily to do. It's very easy to do because it's two French really good ballads from the early 2000s. This one, and I think both of them change language, don't they? Or maybe the one in 2002 doesn't. The 2002 one, though, has a better evolution, I think. I think the final chorus is more hard-hitting in that one. And I really just enjoy the melody of it more. I think that's the main thing. But both of them progress in similar ways, and really just has this instrumentation that is really lovely to just have on. Both also very visually appealing performances as well. So just really great, both of them. I just think this one slightly edges it. And I have no idea what they're called, either of them. So you'll just have to live with me saying France 2001 and France 2002. Hopefully you understand which one is which. 2003 as well. This is a really great one. It's not as great as these two, I would say, but I really enjoy this one. I think the backing track is really pleasant. And I also like the vocal performance. It just has this melody as well that it's just really enjoyable. You can just nod along to it and just follow the song where it goes. It's very easygoing and well-flowing, I think. Just enjoyable. The only nitpick, I guess, is the thing that her hair is always just covering her entire face, which is kind of annoying, not gonna lie. But still, I really like the song. And 2004, I really like this one as well. I think this one is called Ashake Pa or something. Is something like that. It's a bit gimmicky with the woman on the stilts, like 3 meters tall, but I think it's a very pretty ballad. It has a great melody as well to it in the chorus. The verses are a bit anonymous, but the chorus is really striking. I also like the stage layout. It's a bit gimmicky with the tall woman, but the rest of it I quite like, and I think he's a very charismatic performer as well. I think everything just works in this song, so it's a really great one for me. In 2005, oh, this is a catchy one. I think that's really the only word I can say about it. So it's solid, it's catchy, it has a really nice hook. I'm trying to think of the title. It's like Chaka Pon sa Soie or something like that. I have no idea. It's something like that, because that's like the only line I hear in my head when I think of this song. But I just like it's catchy, it's memorable. I really do think so. It's not something to really extraordinary in any other sense, but it has, a choreography, it's a little nice performance, and a catchy hook. It doesn't have to be much more than that. Solid entry. I really do think so. In 2006, this is a tricky one, because I really think this song is incredibly pretty. I love the guitar arrangement in the verses, and then how the chorus takes over with the cello. The melody is really pretty, and then comes the performance. And she's kind of flat, like throughout the whole song, vocally. Which just sets it back so much. Like, just the thought of this song makes me so heartfelt. And then actually setting out to listen to it and watch this performance just kind of makes me so disappointed every time. So I have to put it here, because this summarizes my feelings about it. I like it. I really like it. But I really just can't get along with the performance. It's one of these, like, sometimes a subpar performance doesn't really bother me that much, but in this case it really does. So I'll have to put it down here. I'm sorry, France 2006, but yeah, you had the song. I really do think so. I think the song is really pretty, and I love the instrumentation of it. Okay, 2007. Don't remember the title of this one either, but I actually really enjoy it. I think it's really fun. Very upbeat, very playful throughout the whole song. The instrumentation is going all over the place, which I really like. I'm tempted, and I'm gonna put it in really great. That might be a bit controversial. I've never seen anyone really talk about this one very positively, but maybe it's time for that. Maybe I'm the one to start doing that. I just like the playfulness of it. It's very out there, it's very wacky, but I also really find that very charming. And I do think the song is quite well written. The verses are quite rapid in the chord switches, which is quite nice how that goes along with the vocal style. And then the chorus goes like double time, very energetic, intensity just all over the place. This guy in the purple suit is running circles around the stage. And then there's this section after the chorus where the strings take over and kind of do and it becomes like a dance break thingy. It's all over the place, but it's so charming at the same time. And I really do enjoy the song for what it is. I think it's well written. So I'll just have to put it up here. I'm a bit generous, I think. I know this song is called Divine or something like that, with the guy with his golf car and the sunglasses and the beard and the helium balloon I think he has with him as well. Just absurd. It could be a what happened here, but I do enjoy it. Oh, this is tricky. Like, to categorize something like this, it really should be in what happened here because I have no idea what's going on. But I do think it's quite solid. No, I'm gonna leave it down here. You just have to keep in mind that the category of what happened here doesn't necessarily have to mean that they're the absolute worst song and that I hate them. In some cases, that's absolutely the case, like with Celebrate and Leto Svet and these type of songs. But with this one, and with, I guess, Alf Poyer from Austria, I do kind of like them, but it's just this category it's made for these type of songs. I really do think so. So I'll put him down here. To be honest, the 94 effort could also be down here, but I maybe that one is something that I just don't understand. We'll keep moving. 2009. Yeah, this is on the verge of... I am tempted, and I'm gonna do it. Among the Greatest. Is that just like, am I just really into French bias? I don't know, but my god, I get chills every time I listen and listen to this song, and especially when you watch the performance. Her passion and the way she performs this, it just grips me. I'm hooked for 3 minutes, and the song progresses so well. So well written, love the piano arrangement. It's very intense, it's very suspenseful throughout. It's like a song that really keeps you on the edge of your seat throughout its entire runtime because it's written so carefully. It's like just a perfect example of how to write suspense without really going over the top. This is a minimalistic kind of suspense. Works really well as well with the final kind of instrumental chorus where the whole orchestra picks up. I think this is a song which could have been so cool to have in the 90s when we had a live orchestra in Eurovision. That would have been incredible. But still, I think this just has to be in among the greatest for me personally. Every time I watch this performance, I'm hooked for the entire 3 minutes. I can't stop looking, I can't stop listening, and I just want it all to start over again once it's over. So, no, among the greatest for me. Well done, France. I'm biased for your French songs, like the Frenchy French ones. 2010, Ale Ola Ole. This is really great. It's just fun, it's catchy, it's upbeat, energetic, just a great performance. Not really a masterfully written song, but it's just so enjoyable and such a party anthem. Sorry. Yeah, I just enjoy it so much. It's very, very charming and very entertaining. Not much more I can say about it, to be honest. Sonyu. Oh, this is such a great... the backing track here is very atmospheric and enigmatic, and I think the vocals are just really powerful. It's a bit of a shame, they don't sound as good as they really could have been. I think there's a bit of pitch work could have been... it's a bit on the off in that sense. It's not as bad as this, though. I don't really mind it that much. I just think it's a little bit of a shame that the song can't really be granted its full potential with this performance. Just the backdrop as well just works with this song so well. I really think everything here, the ambition of everything here is fantastic, but I think just some some small setbacks just drag it down to really great for me personally. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yep, Sonyu, really great. 2012. This one is, I guess, kind of interesting. I know that this one has its fair share of fans. I'm just not really one of them, I guess. I like the whistling and I like the upbeat aspect of it. but at the same time, I don't really care for it all that much, and I don't really have a particular reason for it, I guess. It just doesn't excite me or anything. I think it's pretty well performed. Like there's goes on a lot of stuff goes on stage as well, and it's an upbeat song with an identity as well. But I would never really go out of my way and listen to it, to be honest. So I'll just put it here next to. It's kind of similar to Ualer, I guess, or maybe not at all, because it's not as repetitive. It's a bit repetitive, maybe, but not as much as this one. I don't know where I'm going with this. I like it, but there are some setbacks that just makes me never really want to listen to it. So that's where this one ends up. 2013, this is a good one. A lot of attitude, really like the driving and dominant guitars throughout. Quite energetic, like her performance a lot. It just has to be really great. We're getting a lot of really great songs here. I'm stacking up this category here. But yeah, I really do think everything about this one is really, really great. Nothing more I really want to say about it, to be honest. Well performed, well executed. It's a bit empty on stage, I really do think so, but the song makes up for it and her passion also makes up for it. So yeah, really great one. Mustache, this could be another What Happened Here, but I do find so much charm in this song. Is it even solid? Yeah, it's catchy, it's fun, it's charming. It's also really stupid in a sense, but I can't help myself. I'm sorry. It's solid in my opinion. It's kind of on par with the 2005 effort here. It's really catchy, quite harmless in all honesty. It's dumb, and they know that it's dumb, but that just kind of adds to the charm, doesn't it? And I also do kind of like the backing track of this song, actually. It's not really extraordinary, but it's fun. It has a lot of playfulness and a lot of crazy ideas in there. Like the vocal chops are just so absurd the first time you hear them. They're very they sound kind of like they've just been taken out from a Will Sparks song from the time period, and just been thrown in there. But it just kind of works because everything is so absurd. So yeah, I don't know. Solid. I'll say that. 2015, N'oubliez pas. I nailed that title, didn't I? This is not for me. It's too slow, too uninteresting. I get that maybe it's very emotionally loaded, but it just ponders on and never really gets going. And when the final minute comes around and it tries to be, more grand and more epic, and all these men behind her are hitting the drums and it becomes this march beat backing it up, it's just taken too long to get there, and the elevation still doesn't really arrive. Just because she takes in more power with her vocals at the final part doesn't mean the backing track is actually helping her out there. I think the song is too uninteresting, too uninspiring, and the main issue I think is the backing track, really. And I guess the vocal melody doesn't really work for me either. I find it too uninspiring, I think. They really turned it around in 2016, though. This is really great. The song, if I just listen to the song on its own, I think it could be one of my favorite Eurovision songs, because it always makes me so happy. And from the very first second, the first clap starts in the song, I can't stop nodding my head when I listen to it. It just makes me so happy. It's so upbeat, it's so uplifting, catchy, memorable. And I think it's a very hard song. It's very difficult to stage this song right, to actually match I feel like this is a perfect upbeat pop song. And you can't really, it's very difficult to match that with a stage performance. I think they did a good job. He's being asked, they are asking a lot of him to really lift up the performance on stage. The song is there for him, and he's doing a good job in performing it. Vocally very strong. It just feels like the whole staging needed something extra to really match the fantastic aspects of the song. Because I really do think it's one of the best songs in Eurovision. It's just a perfect pop song in my book. Everything's so well done. And I get so happy listening to it every time. I could listen to it at any moment and just never get tired of it, in all honesty. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Then we have Requiem, or something like that, from 2017. The first time I heard this song, I loved just how authentic it felt. I think the like the instrumental, is really really strong in this song, and it really works as well with the vocal hook. I think the melodies that really just combine here are really strong and very characteristic as well. The English inputs that they threw in with the revamp just completely ruined everything that I kind of liked about the song. That sounds a bit just over the top to kind of say that, but really that's the way it makes me feel, because I feel so disappointed every time I listen to it and watch the performance, that the English parts are just in there and the melodies have changed, and it's just not the song that I liked, and now I think it's kind of messy and all over the place. It's maybe a bit unfair to judge it because based on what I heard before, but I mean that's really what I'm feeling, because I think that the overall sound experience that I get now when I listen to the song in this version is that it's a bit messy and a bit over the place, like all over the place, and it doesn't really have the same purpose that it really originally had. Uh, I'll have to put in I like it, but no, that's too harsh. It's solid. It's still solid. Well performed. A bit cheesy with the Eiffel Tower in the background, but whatever. It's still a really good instrumental. I think. I think they just messed up with the vocal arrangement when they remade the song, but it's fine. Then we have Merci. I never really clicked with this one, to be completely honest with you. It's pretty, but it's also quite like it's overly simple songwriting wise, and that doesn't really click with me. I'm not a big fan of the whole like sound effects scattered throughout the song. They feel kind of out of place. Like they sound a bit out of place for me personally. What I do think they have going for them is the beautiful lyrics, like the beautiful storytelling of the lyrics, and also the kind of personality that the song really transmits. Also quite a nice performance, but I don't think I will drag it up anywhere above solid, because that's really all it is to me. I don't think it's much more than that. Sorry. No, just not for me. It doesn't click with me the way that it has clicked with a lot of other people. I do admire the beautiful storytelling of the lyrical content, but song-wise, it just doesn't have really anything that interests me, in all honesty. So, no. In 2019, I'm still bitter that they didn't send Alléluia, or whatever it was called, by Sylvan. I'll get over it. He wouldn't have won anyway. So this is Roi by Bilal. And I think, like, the first time I watched it in the French national final, I wasn't really a big fan. I think at the Eurovision stage, though, it became so much better. It's a massive improvement. The song doesn't really click with me still, but I really just felt something when I saw it in Eurovision. It's very heartfelt, it's very personal, and it actually transmits a lot of emotion, which is really just hard-hitting, you know. I think it's solid. It's verging towards the really great category, in all honesty, but at the same time, I just don't really like the song all too much. I think the production quality of it is quite restrained, which I'm not really a big fan of. It's a bit plastic at times in the sound design. Yeah, it just doesn't go all the way for me there. It could have been more explosive, more emotionally loaded in the backing track as well, to really match up with the ambition from the vocal side of things. But yeah, I really do like the performance of it, though. It's very, very well put together on stage. Then we have the Best in Me, I think it's called. Just not for me, to be honest. It's overly cheesy, in my opinion. And I usually am a man who likes cheese, or what do you say that? I don't know. Yeah, I can like some cheese at times, but this feels too over the top and just doesn't really have anything in the backing track either to really ignite something for me. The guitar-driven backing track is quite pleasant, but it never really does anything that like makes me excited about the backing track either. Like the guitars are very easy to use. Like it's very easy to impress me or to gain my approval if you have an acoustic guitar and you do something special with it. Here they don't. So they kind of lose me there. And yeah, no, never really gets going. Quite standardized. Not really too fond of it, in all honesty. But I am really, really fond of Voila. Among the greatest. I get chills every time I watch the performance, especially like the final minute with the tempo automation, how it speeds up, and everything just kind of gains intensity, gains energy. It feels so perfect. I love the camera work throughout the song. The stage layout is beautiful. It just works. Everything is so perfectly crafted for what this song is. So I just have to say that it's among the greatest, because that's really what I think. I love everything about it. I really do. Superb. If you want more detailed thoughts about what I think of the song, there is a review on my channel, so you can watch that if you really want to. And another song that I absolutely love, but I still can't get over the fact that they came second to last. But I do understand that they didn't do as well as I would have hoped for, because the stage performance live wasn't as good as I really hoped it to be. It was quite messy and all over the place, I'm not gonna lie. I do like the lighting though a lot. I like this green, witchcrafty kind of vibe that they really set here. The song is incredibly engaging. Like, probably, if I were to just say straight from my head right now, in 2022, it was probably the most well-produced song out of all of them. Like, the playfulness and the sound design, I think mainly the sound design, is incredible in the song. And just how many elements and detailing has been done here, it's phenomenal. It really is. But the live performance drags this down to a fantastic. But the song on its own is an among the greatest any day of the week for me personally. I love everything about it. It's one of these songs that just takes you to a completely different place and keeps you there for the entire runtime. You're just being invited to go along with all of this weird stuff that just goes on in the song, because it's a weird listening experience in the sense that it really just takes turns that you don't really expect it to, which I love. I also like the vocal style of it, and but I think the instrumental is the main selling point here. I like the concept of the performance as well that they were going for, with, as I said, with the lighting, with the clothing. I think is also really strong. A lot of effects as well, but it was just a bit too over the place vocally, I guess, and a bit too over the place maybe. What do you say? Like, I don't get. Is it a choreography? I'm not a big. I don't have much knowledge in terms for how to stage, but I guess movements and such on stage, and as well with the vocal side of things on stage, became a bit too much. Maybe clashed a little bit, I guess. Still, I think it's fantastic, and that is my entire list for France. That took 33 minutes. What do you think? Do you like the list? Do you hate the list? Whatever you do, it's completely fine by me. I think I'm kind of satisfied with it. It's like some of the songs are so hard to put into a place that you really think fits them. But yeah, I guess I wouldn't be able to do anything better with it. Like, this one is close to being up here. I think both 97 and 2001 are quite close to being up here, because I definitely think those two are the strongest songs in the really great category here. Yeah, but this is the list I'm going with. Do tell me what you would change in the comments. Do also tell me how much do you like France in Eurovision, because I think I like them quite a lot. They usually really deliver for me personally. One of my favorite countries, I think, in Eurovision, to be honest, especially in the years of late. Do tell me what you think of France in Eurovision, and do tell me what you think of my list as well, if you want to. Hope to see you in the next video. I think it's going to be Georgia, so that's going to be a shorter one, which is my voice is very thankful for that. Hope to see you in that video as well. Take care of yourselves until then, and bye bye.